The best thing the NBA ever did was create the play-in tournament. In the last 2 nights, we have had 3 electric games between the Lakers and the Wolves, the Raptors and the Bulls, along with the Thunder and the Pelicans. What the people love is a game with stakes, and the play-in creates that. For a long time, the lower seeds, particularly the 7th and the 8th seed, are quickly dismissed in the playoffs. The biggest complaint of those that do not like the play-in is that they believe the play-in tournament does a disservice to the teams who earned their 7 and 8 spot over the course of an 82-game season. Well, I'll tell you this. The odds for the 7th and 8th seed are absolutely atrocious. Since the 1984 season, the 7th seed has only advanced past the first round on 5 separate occasions. The 87 Sonics defeated the Mavericks, the 89 Warriors defeated the Jazz, the 91 Warriors defeated the Spurs, the 98 Knicks beat the Miami Heat, and then the 2010 Spurs defeated the Dallas Mavericks. The 8th seed also has only advanced past the first round on 5 separate occasions. The 94 Nuggets beat the Sonics.
Likely upset, one of the great upsets.
The 99 Knicks beat the Heat.
Got it! With 8 left.
The 07 Warriors, led by Baron Davis, beat the Mavs.
3-point game. And 102-99.
No timeouts hurt the Mavs.
They need a 3. That's it. Stolen by Patriots.
The 2011 Grizzlies knocked off the Spurs 4-2.
There's the buzzer. The Grizzlies, for the first time in franchise history, are in the second round of the NBA playoffs.
And the 2012 Sixers beat the Bulls after Derrick Rose suffered a playoff-ending injury.
2.2 remaining. Asik gets it in. Watson, 1 second, throws it up. Oh, it's up the back of the end.
5 times for the 7th seed and 5 times for the 8th seed. The 1984 season was the first year that each conference had 8 teams compete in the playoffs. That would mark 38 completed seasons between then and last year's playoffs, meaning there have been 76 different playoff series featuring a 7 seed, and 76 different series that have featured an 8 seed. That means, since 1984, both the 7th and the 8th seed have just a 6.6 chance to advance past the first round. So basically, it really doesn't matter who the 7th seed or who the 8th seed really is. The upside of the play-in, to counter that perspective, is that it allows some teams that maybe have dealt with injuries all year to make a late season push. Or you have a team like the Lakers this year, granted they did make it to the 7th spot, in the regular season standings that is. Their team was changed radically at the trade deadline. If a team got off to a bad start and rebuilt their team during the mid-season deadline, they can make a playoff push at the end of the season. The best part about the play-in tournament is the environment that it creates. In case you still don't really know on how the play-in tournament really works, this is how it goes. The 7 seed and the 8 seed square off in each conference, while the 9 and the 10 have a game of their own. The winner of the 7 and the 8 seed will become the official 7 seed in the playoffs. After that, the loser of that first matchup will play the winner of the 9th and the 10th seed game. The results of that game will determine who is the 8th seed in the NBA playoffs. These environments breed the highest level of competition, backs against the wall, win or go home. In just this year's play-in so far, 3 of the 4 games have all gone down to the wire and have been very entertaining. The Lakers matched up with the Minnesota Timberwolves Tuesday night in a wire-to-wire game, where it looked like Minnesota had full control until they collapsed in the second half. Minnesota would just score 38 points in the second half, only 12 of those coming in the fourth quarter. Rudy Gobert was missing from the lineup versus the Lakers after he and Kyle Anderson got into a scuffle on their bench during their last regular season game. They ruled that Rudy would not travel with the team after the incident. I guess you can call it an internal suspension. While the fit is already questionable between Gobert and Cat in the front court, they certainly could have used the extra big body to hold down the fort in their matchup. As the fourth quarter was winding down, LeBron created a great look for his teammate, and he did the rest of the work. And then just when the Lakers seemed like they had it all under control, this happens. Anthony Davis recklessly closes out on Mike Conley and puts him on the free throw line with 1/10 of a second to go in the fourth quarter. Conley would knock down all 3 free throws to put the game in OT. It looked pretty clear that Minnesota had nothing in the take in the fourth, and that proved true. The Lakers would eventually take down the Wolves in overtime and secure that 7 seed, as they now match up with Memphis in the first round. Wednesday night featured 2 very fun playing games, kicking the night off with a matchup between Chicago and Toronto. Toronto at one point led by 19 points, but Levine and the Bullies rallied back in a big way in the second half with a little bit of help from DeMar DeRozan's daughter.
Particular game, if he steps the wrong way or something.
Visit to Florida State. Asked me, what did you? Patrick said I was down for whatever Coach Hamilton. Underrated passer, doing a nice job.
A controversial call near the end of regulation put Pascal Siakam at the free throw line with an opportunity to tie the game.
They have struggled at the line tonight.
Make sure you check out.
Oh, wow. Line drive, never made it.
Safe to say it was a ball-to-line moment. Later after the game, it will be confirmed in the last 2-minute report that the foul should have been on the floor. I think it's safe to say anyone with eyes that was actually watching that game could clearly see that. That was a huge blunder by the refs, and thankfully it didn't harm them in the end. Honestly, Chicago had no business winning this game, but now they get an opportunity to duke it out with the Miami Heat to see who comes away with the 8th spot in the Eastern Conference playoffs. On the second half of a Wednesday night doubleheader, OKC would travel to New Orleans to take on the Pelicans. In another wire-to-wire game, OKC would throw the first big haymaker in the third quarter, spearheaded by Josh Giddey. The Thunder would score 39 points in the third quarter, led by Giddey's 17 points, while Shai Gilgeous-Alexander chipped in 12 of his own points in the third quarter. The duo on their own outscored New Orleans 29-24 in the third. The fourth quarter would feature 6 lead changes and 5 ties with some electric play down the stretch.
Gilgeous-Alexander drives, gets inside, the floater is gone. Oh, what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the Thunder secure the win, as Ingram's late game heroics were just not enough for the Pelicans to get the job done. If the play-in games are indicative of anything, Friday night's game should be extremely exciting to watch. Miami came off a really disappointing loss against the Atlanta Hawks Tuesday night, so I'm sure they're chomping at the bits to get some redemption against Chicago tonight. In my personal opinion, it's easy to say that the play-in tournament concept has been an absolute win, and it makes games extremely exciting at the end of the regular season, especially from a neutral viewer perspective. I believe most people echo the same sentiment as me, that they enjoyed the play-in tournament, but let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Are you guys rocking with the play-in tournament? Does it need some changes, or should they get rid of it completely? This playoffs is going to be a lot of fun this summer. I really can't wait. Make sure you guys subscribe if you enjoyed today's content, because we got a lot of content coming out for the playoffs this season. Peace.